Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato morning headlines on May 10, 2022. Ukraine war. The aid team that won't stop delivering supplies near the front line as Putin's bombs rain down. Sky News, defiance and anger. Rural Ukraine unites against Russia's aggression, BBC News. French appeal court upholds conviction of François Fillon for embezzlement. The Guardian, French court upholds prison sentence of former Prime Minister François Fillon. Politico Europe, former French PM Fillon loses appeal against embezzlement conviction. Financial Times, French court shortens jail sentence for ex-PM Fillon. Russia-Ukraine war, what we know on day 76 of the invasion. The Guardian, Biden signs Ukraine Lend-Lease bill in rejoinder to Putin. The Independent, watch live, Russian President Vladimir Putin address his nervous nation with no victory in Ukraine in sight. City AM, Ukraine news live, air raid sirens ring in Kyiv, consequences of Russia escalation too frightening to contemplate. Sky News, app interview, Lithuania FM calls for regime change in Russia. EU struggles to stay united over Russia sanctions. Russian oil boss dies from toad poisoning. Trump news, live. Esper says he stopped ex-president from doing terrible things. Troops rescue outgoing Sri Lanka PM as houses torched in deadly night of unrest. The Guardian, Sri Lanka's Prime Minister resigns amid violent clashes in Colombo. The Telegraph, Sri Lanka, MP dies in standoff with angry protesters as homes of politicians set on fire in escalating violence. Sky News, Sri Lanka's PM resigns after weeks of protests over economic crisis. The Guardian, Sri Lanka's Prime Minister resigns as protests intensify. Ukraine war, US President Joe Biden fears Putin has no exit strategy from conflict. Sky News, Russia-Ukraine latest news, May 9, 2022. Bloomberg, Biden says he is worried Putin does not have a way out of Ukraine war. On the run prison officer dies after car chase with fugitive hunters. Sky News, prison guard Vicky White dies from self-inflicted gunshot wound in hospital after car chase. Daily Mail, jail guard dies after shooting herself as murder inmate lover captured. Metro.co.uk, runaway prison guard shot herself as cops closed in on her and inmate lover. Marcos Jr. aims to fulfill family's destiny as Philippines president. The Guardian, why the Marcos family is so infamous in the Philippines. BBC, Ferdinand Marcos triumphs in Philippines presidential election. The Guardian, Marcos Jr.'s rise is grounds for outrage. But hold the shock. Bloomberg, the Philippines can't afford to go back to the past. Victory parade, Vladimir Putin tells Russian troops, you are fighting for your motherland. The Independent, Russia's Putin blames West for war in Ukraine in Victory Day speech, BBC News. BBC News, troops, tanks and missiles in Red Square for Russia's Victory Day parade, BBC News. BBC News, for Vladimir Putin, the sinister cult of victory is all that is left. The Guardian, Ukraine and the shadow of the Nazis. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.